for another block drain, and today we're at a hotel because their grease arrestor, mate, it wants to explode. So the drains from the hotel run into this grease trap, but because there's a blockage on the outlet, that's why she's bubbling like a banana, mate. Have a look down here. Have a look at it. Wow. So this will be the location where we're going to try and clear the drain from, mate. Down there. Let's lift the lids off here. Alright, so this is a little bit of an emergency now. This is moments away from flooding out into the car park, which would be a disaster. So when the fixtures inside the kitchen are being used, the waste will flow through the drain into the grease arrestor, and that's where the oils and the food scraps get separated, and then the cleaner liquid flows through into the main drain. But obviously something's got through and got stuck, and that's where we come into it, guys. Let's get the drain cleaning gear out. Alright, well I'm excited about this, and I've got me $2.50 Amazon nozzle ready to go. 6 jets at the back, 1 at the front, and mate, we are ready to take on any blockage this drain wants to give us. So I'm just going to feed the nozzle down to the bottom of the gully, just as far as we can go, because otherwise when I do fire the jet up, mate, shit's going to backfire in my face. And I don't like that. I know a few of you guys out there absolutely love it when I get covered in sewage and dirty water. And you know what? Maybe I secretly like it too. Anyway, let's fire up the bloody jets! Alright, we'll turn the jet off for a second because I'm not sure if my nozzle is facing towards the grease arrestor. And if that's the case, well, it's the wrong way, isn't it, mate? We need to be going downstream. We need to be going that way, mate. So, let's go again. Let's remove the hose out of this gully and then send it down again in the correct direction this time. Oh, yes, you again at the back. Bruce! What on earth are you doing, you drongo? Is this the first time you jet a drain out, mate? What's going on? And yes, mate, I hear ya. Sometimes the hose has got a little bit of a mind of his own. But that's alright. We'll send the jet down and we'll get this cleared out in no time, mate. Well, you know what time it is? Let's fire up the bloody jet! Alright, this is one stubborn blockage and I'm having so much fun. I probably shouldn't be having so much fun, but anyway, we're going to figure out what is going on down there, down that gully. There is a big issue, guys. Alright, so I've got Mr. Proddy out and ready to go, and we'll just have a little bit of a poke-a-roosie down to the bottom of this gully and see if we can feel anything, mate. And already, it really feels like, and it sounds like there's some sort of, I'm guessing concrete or bricks. Potentially someone has put something down here. Someone's vandalised this. You never know. But I'll just have a bit more of a feel because something doesn't feel right, and I feel like the $2.50 Amazon nozzle was probably up for a bit of a challenge there. And we might need to upgrade to our turbo nozzle. Alright. Hold on to your knickers, guys. Alright, let's send the turbo nozzle downstream as far as possible. You know the drill. I don't want to get splashed. You want me to get splashed. And then we'll fire it up, guys. And Bob will be your mother's brother. Fire it up! Guys! Have we got it? I think we might have it. Let's have a look at the grease arrestor. Wow, the levels are dropping. We'll turn the jet off. Oh, mate. We'll just go and turn the jet off just for a little bit of peace and quiet. And we'll assess the situation. The levels are dropping. Are you kidding me? I mean, name a better career than unblocking drains. Yeah, I'll wait in the comments. Let me know if there's something better out there, because I'm telling you right now that I haven't discovered it, mate. This is what dreams are made of. Now let's go and check the gully. It should be, look at that. It's starting to flow. You can see some movement, and because the grease arrestor is so full, it's got a lot of work to do. But right there, you can see movement. That is the inlet to this grease arrestor. And once the liquid level in this grease arrestor is just under the inlet pipe, that is when we're going to give ourselves a pat on the back and pop the champers, mate. In saying that, I'm not really a champers type of bloke, but I will celebrate to anything. So, mate, this grease trap is just looking absolutely supreme, superb. It's like a work of art. It's a bit of a Picasso, if you'd ask me. But I might shut me trap and I'll speed up this footage here, because otherwise you'll be sitting here for a fair few minutes waiting for this thing to drain. This grease arrestor is draining out really nicely, and what we'll do when we can see the inlet to the grease trap, I might jet the drain out just to make sure it's 100%. Alright, now we can start to see the outlet. See right there? And now we can see the baffle as well, right there. Well, it's about time that we start jetting the inlet to the grease trap right there. We'll jet it all the way up into the hotel, and mate, we'll make sure this drain is Mickey Mouse 100%. Let's have a little sticky beak of the outlet gully, and oh mate, I can hear it already. Ha ha! Absolutely magnificent! Look at that! It is flowing the way it should. That is beautiful. I mean, it's music to my ears, mate. Well, Mr. Root Cutting Nozzle is making a grand appearance today. I'm going to send him upstream of the inlet to the grease arrestor, because this jet fires backwards and it fires out in such a violent way. So try and lean on in here and try and get the jet. I don't want to fall in. Come on. Oh, come on, you good thing. Oh, lean over a bit more here. I'm about to fall in, but we're getting it in. Yeah, you little ripper! Woo-hoo-hoo! I'll just try and feed this nozzle as far up as possible. Mate, I'm inside this grease trap without being inside this grease trap. And I wouldn't have it any other way. I mean, this is what you call a day out. Let's fire up the bloody jet! Now I'm just waiting on the staff inside the hotel to pull all the plugs on the sinks, because we're going to let some water through this drain, give it a bit of a test drive and see how clean and clear it actually is, mate. And there we go! There we go! It's a free-flowing drain, mate. I mean, how good is that? That has absolutely made my day. Hey! Reward for effort. And some people say that I get a little bit too excited over block drains, and you know, maybe I do, but you know what, I don't care, because I'm living the dream. I'm living the great Australian dream, mate. Now you can see this grease arrestor is starting to fill up, but that's because it's separating, you know, all the oils, all the food scraps, and stopping them from getting down into the main sewer. Let's have a look at the filtered water down the gully here. Look at that. That is absolutely magnificent. You know, that's a prime example of a grease trap working wonders, working the way it should, mate. I mean, you know, you could be sitting on the spinny chair, looking out the window, you know, thinking, what else could I be doing with my life? Or you could be with me, unblocking a drain. So I'll come back to this grease arrestor in a couple of minutes and see how it's drained. Ha ha ha! What a treat this has been. Mate, I'm going to speed this up so you can see the result without having to hear me bloody going on and on and on. How good is this, guys? Well, another job well done, guys. It's been a team effort. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.